Asians are now understanding the handwriting on the walls. They are now understanding that Black Americans are not here to joke. Asians are crying. Asians are wailing. Asians are mourning. So right now they are holding each other accountable and calling each other to know how they are going to progress in life. The same people that said that black people are not important, I dare you, black people, I dare you, black Americans, go ahead, boycott. How will you cope with the laundry? How will you cope with your Nikes? How will you cope with east and west, north and south? How will you fix your nails? How will you? And now the one lamenting, holding each other accountable, and they are looking for the way forward. But anyways, who am I? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment and share. Credit to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. With that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back with commentaries. Ayibu, ayiba. Let's go, guys.
Asian boycotting? Are y'all serious? Because I think it's pretty clear what's happening.
You're about to completely miss the point of what the boycott is and why there is a boycott, and you're about to play victim, right?
That this is like just an excuse, a nitpicked excuse to be more openly racist to Asians.
Mind you, this is a result of anti-blackness from the Asian community, my love. And the response is black folks are saying, hey, we're just going to take our spending power elsewhere, to places where we are respected. Wanting to spend money with someone that doesn't respect you is not you being racist.
More than you guys already are.
I have a question. Okay, so as the palm color bitch, are you talking to white folks or... Because you can't be talking about the folks that you follow around in your stores. You can't be talking about a group of individuals that actually led social justice movements that you benefited from. You can't be talking about the group of individuals that your Asian rappers base their whole identities on. I'm just a little bit confused. Who are we talking about?
Like, do you guys think we're not aware of how much racism Asians actually face?
Don't think anybody was saying that. I don't think anybody was saying that Asian folks don't face racism in America. I feel as though the conversation was more. Asian folks in America realize, call out the racism of their own community. Asian Americans stop trying to gain this proximity to whiteness. Don't see the issue. Oh my God, if there's Asian Americans that are being racist, there's a group of individuals and they say, hey, I actually don't want to spend money with y'all. Why are y'all crying?
And also, did we forget about Stop Asian Hate, a movement that was made specifically because Asians as well were getting targeted racially and killed?
You know that Asian Americans weren't allowed in the United States until the civil rights movement that was led by black Americans? Is this conversation like, are you trying to have this with white folks or who's the target audience? I don't know if you knew, but the Asian boycotts weren't led by the palm color folks, right? So if that's who your energy is towards, maybe take the Asian boycotts out of it.
And because of one scenario?
Just because you say it's one scenario doesn't make that true. Yikes.
Mind you, Asians in general have gone through so much racism.
And nobody is saying that Asian folks aren't experiencing racism. My love, who said that? Being honest, the Asian community should have more smoke for the palm color folks. Instead of trying to be the model minority, the honorary whites. Peekaboo.
Y'all want to use that as an excuse to be like openly racist towards Asians now and like have a reason to like destroy their businesses?
A boycott is not racism. Not wanting to spend money with someone is not racism. Even if it was just one scenario, the gaslighting, acting as if though it was nothing, and oh my God, but like, you want to destroy my business. Why would you want to deny, like, say that you don't want to spend money with me when I'm literally, this is how my community acts, and I'm just, but still spend money. I'm not going to talk about it. Like, what?
You guys are a joke.
This video is aimed towards, if they're able to destroy your business by not shopping with you, pretty funny joke, if you ask me.
Should I wait until Asian businesses are financially struggling? I don't see how the boycott would accomplish any meaningful change. There's a lot of black people trying to boycott Asian businesses, which really irked me. Because I never see them boycotting white businesses whenever a white person kills a black person. The double standard is crazy, especially considering that white people kill way more black people than Asians do. And the reason why Asians are being targeted as a whole here is rooted in racism. In the Western world, we are viewed as a monolith, whereas whites are viewed as individuals. That's why the entire community gets punished for something only one of us does. And I know it's 100%. You can tell when a black person has African immigrant parents. The biggest difference that I noticed was that they're a lot more friendly and relatable to me than the black people with American lineage. I've always noticed that whenever someone talks about black Americans, people use it as an opportunity to shit on them. It happens all the time online, and it gets pretty annoying.
So the reason why I stitched all those videos together so you can get a grasp of what I've been seeing from this creator from like the last few months. So I do think it's pretty interesting. So this creator has a habit of posting and deleting, and the very first video is him talking about how much he gets along with black immigrants because they're kind to him and this, that, and the third. And like later on in the video, he talks about how black immigrants value education more than black Americans, right? He deletes that video, but in the comments, people were calling him out, black immigrants included. I'm commented, I was like, you're weird, like you can talk about how you get along with black immigrants without putting down black Americans. He deletes that video. The next day, he puts up a video talking about what you've seen, how people shit on black Americans, as if that's not what he was doing. But the thing is, people wouldn't know because he had deleted the video. He spends his time trying to pit black Americans against black immigrants. That's besides the point. I do find it ironic, though, because he talks about monolithic groups later on in his other videos, as if he does not do that to black Americans. Anyways, then he makes a video the other day talking about Cyrus, and his whole thing was he didn't speak about Cyrus. He didn't give a fuck about Cyrus and the reason why black people are boycotting. And it's not just, it doesn't have anything to do with Cyrus. It has to do with the fact that black people are constantly in this weird situation where so we go into these businesses and we're treated like criminals right off the bat. Nobody wants to keep dealing with that shit. Cyrus was just the catalyst. And so to sit here and say that, you know, we're treating people as a monolithic group as if we've not been being treated like a monolithic group since forever by the Asian community. It's not all Asians, but it's a majority of them. Let's be honest. It's pretty interesting considering he has done it himself. So I think that's pretty damn ironic. On top of that, he only brings up Cyrus and the woes of the black community in conversation with why the black community should give our money to Asian businesses, because it's divisive if we don't. You believe that the black dollar belongs to the Asian community and that we should spend our dollars with you, and if we don't, we're bad people. That's fucking crazy. You don't think that's weird to say? Like, every single video he makes is just worse and worse because all it is saying is that you don't really care about the conversation why black people want to boycott. You pretend like you understand, but you really don't. And then you go and say, well, you know, it's harming us if you guys don't spend your money with us. We may disrespect you, this, that, and the third, but you should spend your money with us. Like, that's some fucked up shit. Like, but anyways, this person is anti-black. They talk about how they left their conservative right-wing views behind, but they haven't. They just rebranded. He tends to talk about the black community in such a way that I've always thought was weird. And he likes to delete videos. He's made a problematic video before talking about the black community, and I remember it was very problematic, but he deleted it, and I didn't save it, and I wish I did. But this isn't his first time. He does not care about anything. He doesn't speak about anything in the black community unless he can use it for views. And so I think it's ironic that he's trying to talk about solidarity and this, that, and the third, and how we should, you know, not blame the whole Asian community and spend our money. Like, that's so fucking insane. Like, it's insane. But it is what it is. You know, black people are used to this type of behavior, but I just want people to see how fucking insane it is and how he seriously thinks this is like the way to go with the conversation. Black people don't owe anybody anything, and Asian people don't owe black people anything. So if we want to spend our money where we want to spend our money, we can do that. Also, black people have boycotted white businesses. Black people literally boycotted the civil rights, like literally stopped riding buses. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Black people boycott a lot. You just don't care because it doesn't affect you. And now it's affecting the Asian community. Now you're like, no boycott, no boycott. Shut the fuck up.
Yo, this boycott might be the wake-up call that Asian people really needed. Hear me out. Everybody worried about how this boycott is going to hurt Asian businesses, but I'm more interested in what this boycott is going to make us become. Let's be real. Most of us are operating on formulas that were built 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago by our parents and grandparents. Shit not the same no more. The world changed since then. Technology changed. Communication changed. Man, everything changed. The only thing that ain't really changed is our systems. And here's another thing. Most other people look at Asians like we all the same, but that could be farthest from the truth. Because Asians as a whole is actually divided as fuck. Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean, Japanese, Cambodian, Thai, Filipino. Those are all people from different countries. We completely different people. But in America, everybody looks at us like we're the same. So this boycott ain't just going to affect one group of Asians. It's going to affect Asians collectively in America. And history has shown when pressure is applied to different groups of people at the same time, it has a way of making us realize that we got more in common than we actually thought. So could this boycott hurt many Asian businesses? You damn right. But could it also wake the Asian people up in a way that we never saw before? Absolutely. It could make us rethink how we operate and come up with new formulas instead of relying on old ones. It could make younger Asians start stepping up in a way that Asians ain't never stepped up before. Because one thing we Asians have always been good at is adapting. When times get hard, we adjust. When old opportunities disappear, we make new ones. When doors close, we build our own. So the question shouldn't be, what if the boycott hurts Asians? The question should be, what if this boycott wakes us the fuck up?
Watching so many Asian Americans show their entire anti-Black backside in videos and comment sections regarding the acquittal of Rick Chow and the call to boycott Asian businesses, and now the cross burning in Chicago, has been a masterclass in how racism is narcissistic abuse. Because so many ricecrackers are out here yelling and screaming as though Black people somehow did something to us, when all they want is to be left alone. So first of all, Rick Chow was acquitted. I don't know how anybody with a shred of intellectual honesty or morals can be at peace with that, but Rick Chow was acquitted. So for you to be making videos or going into Black people's comment sections arguing as if they're the problem and you're somehow the victim because you feel unpopular in this moment because Rick Chow was acquitted is narcissism at best and malicious hatred at worst. As for the boycotts, Asian Americans are not entitled to Black people's money, plain and simple. Business 101, provide quality goods, quality service, and treat your customers with respect. But if you've made a habit of providing subpar goods and subpar service and disrespecting your customers, rest assured, your business is not being judged on the basis of one Rick Chow. Your business is being judged for what it is. If you go into a Black neighborhood and open a business, and you've made a habit of treating Black customers like they're the problem, pitching a fit and playing victim when your Black customers say, "We won't be bothering you anymore," is narcissistic abuse. And finally, the cross burning. For the past 18 months, Black Americans have been living under an administration that has been overtly organizing for decades to do everything it can to drag the country back to Jim Crow. And the sick plot twist and the fuckery that was passing the Hart-Celler Act a year after the Civil Rights Act and making Asian Americans the new window dressing on the myth of the American dream is that in the past week, it was Asian Americans who actually did it. The acquittal of Rick Chow brings us back to 1991 and the killing of Latasha Harlins, and the cross burning in broad daylight in Chicago brings us right back to Jim Crow. And the thing is, Black Americans know who holds systemic power. Black Americans know better than anybody else what it is to never be viewed as an individual and to be condemned as a community for the actions of a few. So they also don't need to be told not to do that to other people. Black Americans are not judging Asian Americans on the basis of one Rick Chow or whoever burned the cross. They are simply responding to over 60 years of our community pushing them away with our escalating anti-Black antics. And if you don't like the way that feels, rather than treating Black people like they're the problem, we have to start by rooting out the infestation of anti-Blackness in our community. And if you're not willing to do that, the very least you can do is leave Black people alone and stop asking them to be an audience for your anti-Blackness.
And do you want to know why Black boycotts fail? Every month I drive through this apartment complex to my Black-owned dog groomer, and on every single corner I see Hispanic entrepreneurs and hustlers selling food, beverages, household supplies, beauty supplies, honey, every single corner exactly where their community lives. That is convenience, and that is what we are missing. Black people are 14% of the population, but we own just 2% of businesses that can employ at least one person. Now here's what we do. For those who cannot afford a brick and mortar, honey, we gotta take it to the corner. We have boycotted before. Latasha Harlins, George Floyd, honey. We buy Black and that gets loud, and then we quiet down for the comfort of convenience. We need to be like the water boys on the corner. Buy your products wholesale, honey, and go ahead and sell retail, babe. Make your money. Talk to your apartment manager. Pay to rent the corner, honey. Get the proper permits, honey, and keep all the profit. A tent and a folding table is all you need, baby. No brick, no mortar. I led a movement called My Black Receipt, where over 17 days we had thousands of people spend $5 million in Black-owned businesses in response to the protest. The movement was unsustainable because convenience beat out the commitment to buy Black on a regular and consistent basis. This video is getting too long, but I have to say this. I remember this girl on TikTok, licensed lash tech, couldn't afford brick and mortar, was doing lashes in the front seat of her car. That's how dogged we need to get. Otherwise, this boycott is temporary.
An Asian content creator got on this here internet wearing what can only be described as a Black American starter kit and decided to tell Black people that our money doesn't matter. Okay. According to him, Black people need Asian-owned businesses more than Asian-owned businesses need Black people. A boycott wouldn't move anything. The loss wouldn't register. Our dollars don't count. Now, this might just be me, but if I genuinely believed that somebody's money didn't matter, I don't think I'd spend my afternoon making a video about it. So naturally, I went looking at the history because this conversation isn't really about just one video, right? The very second that Black people start talking economics, where our money goes, who profits from it, who builds wealth off our communities, people get uncomfortable. That same discomfort doesn't appear when other groups do the same thing. Every immigrant community that's come to this country has done it. Jewish, Chinese, Korean, Italian, Indian, Armenian, pooling resources, building businesses, keeping their money inside their communities for as long as possible. Nobody finds that controversial though. But what they fail to recognize is that we understood the same thing. We had to. After slavery, Black communities built banks, hospitals, insurance companies, schools, newspapers, whole business districts. The Greenwood neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma had 191 businesses. It had 2 schools, a hospital, and a library, all by 1921. They called it Black Wall Street. But on May 31st, 1921, a white mob attacked it. 2 days of looting, burning, and shooting. But it's us, right? We're the problem. 35 square blocks destroyed. More than 1,200 Black homes, businesses, schools, and churches, y'all, burned to the ground. World War I era planes dropped bombs from the sky on the Greenwood neighborhood. The official death toll was 36. But we know the estimates were around 300 Black people killed, murdered. The survivors were rounded up and held in internment camps in their own city. They were issued identification cards and couldn't leave without permission from a white supervisor. Insurance companies refused every claim. They had something called a riot clause. Not a single Black resident ever received financial assistance to rebuild. So when somebody gets on the internet and tells Black people that our money doesn't matter, I automatically think they're a dumbass. A racist dumbass. Corporations spend billions chasing Black consumers. Political campaigns spend millions trying to reach Black voters. Entire industries are built around marketing to Black communities. Our money matters. It mattered enough to burn a city for it in 1921. It mattered enough to redline neighborhoods for the next 50 years. It matters enough that every quarter, somebody's profit and loss statement depends on us showing up. Apparently our money matters right up until we start talking about where we want to spend it. Then all of a sudden it doesn't. Right? Nobody's entitled to Black customers. We spend our money where we want. That's how markets work. That's how capitalism works. That's how every other community inside this country operates. The fact that this becomes a controversy every time Black people say it out loud tells me that this was never about money. It was about leverage. And this country has been comfortable with Black spending. It's Black leverage that's always made them nervous. But if you know anything about me, you know I love a good challenge. Shop Black. Spend with your people. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. We gonna show you better than we can tell you. Invest in Black businesses. Build the community. Y'all, we are overdue.
The only way this boycott of Asian-owned beauty supply stores, nail salons, and businesses is going to work is if both the service providers and the customers get information. So get in here. That's exactly what we're going to do. We need ground rules right here, right now. Okay, so first and foremost, let me just say that I am someone who recently was attempting to purchase a Black-owned beauty supply store that was going out of business. The funding was there, the sellers accepted my offer, and for whatever reason, the landlord decided not to offer me a lease. Apparently, they want to combine that retail space with the empty retail space that's next door. Mind you, there's another Asian-owned beauty supply store right there in that same shopping plaza. So I think it has a lot to do with that. So my goal right now is working on opening up a beauty supply store and possibly even a nail salon. The only problem with the nail salon is that I don't do nails. So I want to open something to where if everybody doesn't show up for work that day, I can still open my doors because it's something that I can do. I couldn't do that with the nail salon. With that being said, I have seen an influx of Black-owned service providers sit on this here app today and give a plethora of excuses on why they cannot accommodate customers the same way in which Asian-owned nail salons accommodate their customers. Some of the excuses that I've been hearing are that like, oh, well, I change out my pedicure tools every single customer, and I care about cleanliness, and I have kids, so I can't keep my nail salon open till 8 p.m. And I did hear one owner, she said that she really does want to like do the things that we are suggesting. However, she can't get her black nail techs to come to work on the weekends. Okay, so you're lazy. That's what that is. So y'all being lazy out here. Unacceptable with what's going on right now. That's unacceptable because you have an opportunity, black nail techs, to really make a lot of money. You have an opportunity to change your stars. You just need to buckle down right now for this moment while this boycott is happening. You need to buckle down and get this coin. So some of the things that I'm seeing black customers say that they want to see from black nail salons in particular are for them to take walk-ins, which a lot of black nail salons don't. Okay, I called a black nail salon on Thursday because I'm not going to my nail tech that I've been going to for a year now, which honestly is really good for me. Usually me and a nail tech will fall out within 3 months and I'll leave and never go back, okay? This nail tech that I'm currently seeing, she's actually very nice. And the nail salon has been very good to me thus far. I've never had any issues with them, but look at my nail. Look at my nail. It's broken because I didn't go to my nail appointment this week. Okay. Despite me currently getting along with my current nail tech, I'm committed to this movement. Okay. When I called on Thursday, a black owned nail salon to inquire about their policies and whatnot, I told them that I was going to need a full set. They told me that they only do full sets on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's ridiculous. So then I said, okay, can I get an appointment for like 6:30 on Wednesday? No. You know why? Because they close at 5 on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. The only day that they do full sets, they close at 5. So now I have to take off work to get my nails done. Like, come on, guys. That's unacceptable. Then one lady said, she changes and uses different pedicure tools every single time she does somebody's feet. Okay, the place that I currently go to, the Asian-owned place that I currently go to, so do they. It comes in a little pack. They rip it open right in front of you, and they use it, and then they throw it in the trash. It's the same thing. So these little things that customers are asking y'all to change, y'all need to be willing to change them, okay? Even if it means sacrificing for a little while until this thing gets going really well, you have to be willing to make that sacrifice because this can be a $1 million industry for you if you hunker down and make the small tweaks now. But if you're not going to do that, what you're going to end up doing is alienating your client and your customer base. And that's going to either push them back to the Asian-owned salons, or it's going to cause people to be like, you know what? I just want to get my nails done. Or you know what? I'm going to learn how to do my own nails. Because that's what I was thinking about today. I called 3 black-owned nail salons today. Ridiculous policies, okay? A deposit. Why do I have to pay a deposit to get my nails done? Stuff like that. I don't want us to turn the nail industry into what the black hair care industry is right now. Like you have to make an appointment to get your hair done. Okay, fine. You have to pay a deposit. Then you get a phone call or a text message talking about, hey, boo, I'm not going to be able to make it today, but also you can't get your deposit back because it's in my policy. I don't want to turn the nail industry into that. And if that's what it becomes, I'm just going to do what I did with the hair industry and learn how to do my own hair or wear my natural hair. I'm going to learn how to do my own nails if y'all don't get it together. So my point is, don't miss out on this opportunity because you A, are lazy, or B, want to be greedy. Don't do that. This is a great opportunity for you to become a millionaire in this industry. Hunker down and make the small changes now. And I say that with love. Now, as for the customers, you guys are going to have to make some changes too. Okay. We all know what they're going to do, the Asian businesses and whatnot. They run the wholesale market. Basically, that is where we, the black service providers or whoever, would get the products for the services that you need. So your nail tech can't go out and buy the nail polish and the tools that they need. They can't do all that without going through the Asian wholesalers, okay? So those Asian wholesalers are already saying, and they already have been, charging black-owned business owners more for the product than they would the Asian-owned business owners. They're going to do that. Some of them are even saying that they're going to refuse to sell to them altogether, which is illegal. It's illegal. But until somebody files that lawsuit and challenges it, they're going to try to get away with it, okay? But what I need the customers to realize is that knowing this, you guys are going to have to be willing to pay a little bit more to put your money back into the Black community. But I do mean a little bit more, service providers, because just because we want to give our business to you all, it does not mean that you get to take advantage of us in return and become greedy and overcharge us ridiculous prices. So while at an Asian owned nail salon, I might only pay $30 for a pedicure, for like a basic pedicure, I'm willing to pay up to $40 for a basic pedicure at a Black owned nail salon. I don't think I should have to pay $75 for a basic pedicure. Okay, we're not talking any type of special scrub. We're not talking fruit and petals and stuff in the water. We're not talking none of that. The wraps, all no. We're talking basic. You scrub my feet a little bit, put a little lotion on my legs, and trim my nails up and polish them. That's it. No gel, no nothing. $40 is acceptable. Why did I call a Black owned nail salon yesterday? Why did I call them and they told me for a basic pedicure it's $75? The one above that is $100 and the one above that is $125. I said, what am I getting with this basic pedicure for $75? Water in the bowl, lotion on my feet. That is unacceptable, service providers. Okay, while I know and I realize and I understand that your product might cost a little bit more, that lotion that you're putting on my legs is not costing that much more. That water in the bowl does not cost $75. You see what I'm saying? We have to be reasonable on both ends. I'm willing to pay a little bit more, but I'm not willing to be robbed. So yeah, so over the next few weeks, I am going to be giving some other tips for how Black-owned service providers can better their businesses and for the things that customers need to do in order to help these Black-owned service providers maintain their businesses. I'm going to be giving a few more tips because I have a lot of ideas. It's really just going to take us getting information, guys, okay? Everybody has to hunker down. As a customer, you can't be looking for free stuff. Like, there's things that all of us are going to have to do in order to make this work, but we can make it work because at one point in time, we owned the beauty industry in this country and we let it get taken over by the Asian community. It's our time finally to take it back, but it's going to require all of us doing our part. And let me just say this one last thing. They are counting on us not being able to get this together. Okay? They are holding out because they're saying to themselves and amongst each other, those niggas ain't fitting to do shit. That's what they're saying because they know how we don't stick together in our own community. So don't prove them right. If you're a service provider, if you're a customer, don't prove them right.
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys literally enjoyed every single clip I was able to roll out for you guys. I can still tell you that a lot of Asians thought that Black Americans were literally joking. They thought Black Americans were playing with them when Black Americans said we are boycotting, we are no longer spending our dollar, we are no longer giving you our dime. They thought Black Americans are joking. Initially a lot of them were coming out to say, oh, Black Americans, we dare you, boycott, go ahead, do whatsoever you need to do. Let's see how you people are going to survive. Initially, Asians think that no Black person can literally survive without their products. No Black person can literally survive without every single thing that is Asian, and that is Asian. That's why they can literally think they will do anything they want to do. They don't want to hold each other accountable. They will be racist. They will profile. They will do a lot of things and think they can literally just go scot free. Like I said, this is not the first incident that has. This is not the first incident that Haitians have literally done to Black Americans and Black folks in general. Yeah, it is just a whole lot that they have done. But this one has literally made Black people to say, this time around, we are not backing down with this boycott. We are boycotting whether you people like it or not. And I keep saying it in my videos. I will continue to bring their regrets, their tears, their boycotting histories, their empty stores. I'll continue to bring it here because this boycott must continue. We have to remind each other. In as much as I saw some Asians laughing and saying, oh, it is not every single Black person that literally we are boycotting. That why would Black Americans not allow other people that do not want to boycott? It's not a problem. It is not everything that you want to do that you expect every single person to be there. But out of 100 people that are boycotting right now, 90 are already boycotting Asian stores. They're already learning how to navigate with their ways, with their life. They're already investing in the Black market. Their dollar is already circulating for them, and of which that is really beautiful. I love it when I see Black Americans coming out here to invest, to also show their business, to also advertise what they do for a living. I love it, to the point I saw a particular girl doing a nail tech service in her car. In her car. Like, this is the point that Black Americans have gotten to, that even if we do not have a store, we can use our home, we can come for home service, we can use our cars, we can use anything available for us to render services to each other and make sure each other are comfortable. So right now, Asians are coming to look out for solutions for themselves. They have seen that there is no way out. There is nothing else they can do for themselves. The truth is, one thing a lot of people forget, or one thing a lot of people do not realize on time, is the fact that there is no how you will be in America. In America, and you will say Black Americans' dollar are not important. Those same people you idolize so much, they don't come to patronize you. Those same people you love so much, they don't come to even, like, how many of them even do nails in normal day, if we are just using that one as an example? But you see Black people going up east, west, north, and south to support you, and you will still not appreciate. You will still racially profile them. You will still be racist. You will still be using the N word as if the N word and you, like, it's just a whole lot of back and forth to deal with. And I will still repeat it in this video. I hope a lot of immigrants are learning. African immigrants, I hope people are learning, because very soon it is going to be your turn. It is going to be your turn, because you people are also one of the major reasons that a lot of Black Americans are regretting to help their own fellow Black people as well. So I hope African immigrants are also learning. Those of them that whenever you go for services, you see bad services and so on and so forth. You are offering a product, you cannot represent that product. You cannot honor the people, you cannot value your customers. So I'm happy that Asians are sitting up. I'm happy that every other immigrant will also sit up, because they have seen that this time around Black Americans are not here to joke with you. They're not here to say, oh, you've done it before, let's forgive and let's move on. No, this is not moving on series. This is, as you're doing it, we are boycotting you straightforward. They did it to Target, and Target know how far. They knew what they lost. So that is it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And guys, yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Stay tuned.